My selfish brother-in-law ate my wedding cake because he said he was starving, so I made sure he became the laughingstock of the reception. My brother-in-law James has always been selfish. He acts like the world owes him something. At family dinners, he takes the biggest piece of food first. If there's dessert, he grabs 2 servings and says he deserves it because he works hard. He never helps with chores, but he loves to brag about how much he does for the family. Everyone usually rolls their eyes, but nobody calls him out. On my wedding day, I wanted everything to be perfect. My husband Jake and I had planned it for over a year. We booked a beautiful garden, chose the music carefully, and ordered the most gorgeous cake I had ever seen. It was 3 tiers, decorated with white buttercream and delicate sugar flowers. It wasn't just a cake, it was the centerpiece of the reception. We were supposed to cut it together after the first dance. The bakery delivered it in the morning, and I kept sneaking looks at it. Every time I saw it, my heart swelled. This cake was part of my dream wedding. Then James showed up. He arrived late, wearing sunglasses indoors, and immediately said, "Man, I'm starving. When are we eating?" Jake laughed and told him to be patient. Food's coming soon. The cake's for later. But James doesn't know what patience means. Halfway through the reception, while people were on the dance floor, James made his move. Without asking anyone, he walked straight to the cake table. Guests gasped as he opened the box, grabbed a fork, and dug into the top tier. I turned around just in time to see him shove a huge bite into his mouth. "James!" I shouted. "What are you doing?" He grinned with frosting on his lips. "Relax. I told you I was starving. Besides, it's just cake. You'll still have plenty." My stomach twisted. This was my wedding cake. He had ruined the beautiful top tier before Jake and I could even touch it. But instead of crying or yelling, I took a deep breath. If James wanted attention, I would give him more than he could handle. I walked over to the DJ and whispered something in his ear. His eyes lit up, and he nodded. Then I grabbed my maid of honor, who had been dying for a reason to mess with James. Together, we came up with a plan. A few minutes later, the DJ stopped the music. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, "we have a special moment tonight. Please give it up for the man who could not wait for dessert, the one and only James." The spotlight turned on James, who was still chewing another bite of cake. Everyone stared at him. Some people laughed, others clapped. James looked confused, but since he loves attention, he waved like he was some kind of celebrity. Then the DJ continued. "Since James is so eager for cake, we thought he should have a little extra." My maid of honor walked over with a bowl of buttercream that the baker had saved. She dipped her finger in and smeared a big glob right on James's nose. The crowd roared with laughter. James tried to laugh it off, but the bridesmaid joined in too. She squeezed a piping bag and drew a mustache on his face with icing. Now James looked ridiculous, like a clown at the circus. One of the groomsmen brought out a toy crown from the kids' table and placed it on James's head. Someone else handed him a plastic fork like it were a royal scepter. The DJ played circus music and everyone clapped along. James's smile faded as he realized he wasn't the star. He was the joke. The crowd howled. Guests pulled out their phones, taking photos and videos. Some even posted online right away with captions like, "Don't mess with the bride's cake," and "When you steal dessert at the wrong wedding." James's face turned bright red. He tried to protest, but every time he opened his mouth, someone shouted, "Cake King," and the laughter drowned him out. Instead of crying over the destroyed cake, I turned it into the funniest memory of the night. Jake and I still got to cut the middle tier, and it tastes just as sweet, maybe even sweeter, because we knew James would never live down what happened.